Index and match. Index and match are one of the most popular tools in Excel for performing more advanced lookups. And this na because say index and match dey incredibly flexible. You fit do horizontal and vertical lookup, you fit do two-way lookup, you fit do left lookup, case sensitive lookup, and even lookup based on multiple criteria. Index function dey very flexible and powerful, and you go find them for many Excel formulas, especially the ones wey dey advanced. And wetin index function dey do? Index function dey retrieve the value at a given location in a range. For example, let's say maybe the 36 states in Nigeria, you arrange them alphabetically and you wan get the name of the fourth state. You fit use index formula get the name. Match function dey designed for just one purpose: to find the position of an item in a range. For the 36 states example wey I just give, we fit use match function to get the position of a particular state in the list of states wey we don arrange in alphabetical order. So make we see how we fit apply index and match functions in Microsoft Excel. Okay, so we don get our table for here. Now the table wey we use for VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. I purposely use this table so we go dey familiar with am. So we have our employee code, name, branch, and department. We want to extract data from this table, fill them into our new table, and we want to use the index and match function. So let me just quickly type them here: index and match. Index. So make we enter our formula for index. So we go use the index function is equal to index. So you see returns a value or reference of the cell at the intersection of a particular row and column in a given range. So if we double click on, so now this first formula we go use, we know they go into this formula for now. So index, so array, the row number and the column. The array na the table we want select our data from. The row number na the row where the data we want they contained in, and the column number na the column where the data we will find dey. So our array for here na our all data. So make we click on, so now our array be this from A3 to D12, and then our row number make we choose 2, and then column number make we choose 3. So what I just do now, our range, which is this data, then our row number, which is row 2 for inside our data. So now row 1 be this, and now row 2 be this, and then our column number, which is column 3. So 1, 2, 3. So if we press enter, our answer na Lagos. So Lagos is in row 2. So our answer na Lagos. So Lagos dey inside this our array, and it dey contained in row 2 and column 3. So make we see another example. So if I change this one to row 3, wetin our answer could be? So you're right, our answer will be Port Harcourt. So Port Harcourt they contained inside this array, inside the third row and the third column. So row 3, column 3. So make we change this one to 4. Make we see our answer. We press enter, our answer na account. So it dey inside this our array and row 3 and column 4. This is our fourth column. So row 3 inside our array and column 4 account. So now how index function they work be this. So make we check the match function. For match, you can say is equal to match. So you see returns the relative position of an item in an array that matches a specified value in a specified order. So don't forget, index they return the value, match they return the position. So if you click on, it asks us waiting be the lookup value. So we go choose the lookup value for inside our array. We go choose a particular lookup value we want make it lookup. So let's say let me choose A101, our lookup value, then our lookup array. So the difference between this one and index be say instead make we select the whole table as our array, we go select only the column we carry our lookup value. So we go select only from column A, because now here we choose our lookup value. So now here our lookup array self go be, and then comma, and then our match type. So make we not forget what we learn for integer. So we define our exact match. So go press 0 and then close the bracket, enter. Our answer now 1. So in the tell us say our lookup value inside this lookup array is day number 1. So make we change them again. So instead make our lookup value be A3. Make we change them to, let's say, A109. So which is contained in cell A11. If you count them very well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now the 9th position in there. So if you press enter, it will give us the position. So 9. So now so we feel use index and match. Make we try another example. So instead of A11, if we bring them to A12, which is A110, and we press enter, so they tell us say the position of this particular lookup value now number 10. So now how we feel use the match function be this. Alright, now so make we use our index function, populate our new table from this table is equal to index. So you see then our array, don't forget our array now, our data, then comma, row number. What will be our row number? So if you look at very well, A106, make we go check the row number where it is here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So A106 they the 6th row for inside this table. So we go just enter 6. So our column number, so because in our name we define our column 1 be this and our column 2 be this, so we just enter column 2 and then close our bracket, and if you press is equal to, you get the corresponding value for the employee code A106. So you see A106 Igbeti Olunloyo. So if you check yourself, A106 Igbeti Olunloyo. Alright, so but instead of manually looking for the position, make we use the match function, find the position. You know, say na position of match function they return. So make we use the match function. So instead of saying our row number is 6, make we use our match function, find the row number. So I go enter this formula again, so you no go confuse us. So is equal to our index function. So if you double click index, so what will be our array now? Our array with this, the data, and then our row number. So instead make we enter a manual row number, make we use our match function, find the position. So match. So what will be our lookup value? So now our lookup value be this. So where we want look them up, where be our lookup array? Now our lookup array be this. No forget say now only this column we go select, not the full table for our match function, just as we did here. And then our match type now 0. If we close our bracket and then comma. So we don't enter our array, which is this. We don't enter our row number, which is this match function, and then our column number. What will be our column number? Column 1, column 2. Don't forget say now inside this this index function we still do our match function. Now it's still inside this index function. Our match function only serve to provide our row number. So we don't get our array and our row number, and then so remaining column number. So column 1, column 2. So maybe we just enter column 2 and then close the bracket. So if you press enter, so you see the same answer we will get when we enter our row number manually. Now we get when we enter our row number as a match function. Alright, now so make we use our autofill handler to drag them down and to get the remaining values. Okay, so make we see what they happen for here. Alright, so it be like say the same problem we get here now our referencing, just as we saw in VLOOKUP. So make we check our formula. Our index function, our array is still there. You see I'm blue. Our for our match function, the lookup value there red, and then our lookup array purple is still there. So make we check what can change for here. So here we see our array, our index array, we supposed to be this value, the whole data in this value, it don't shift. So you see this table, it don't shift this place, it don't shift down. Our match still there, and then the lookup array, this one self don't shift down. So what we go do, we say we go use absolute referencing for our lookup array in our match function, and we go use absolute referencing for our array in our index function. So make we quickly do that one for our main formula, so that we go use them for the rest. Just put a dollar in front of the rows and the column, a dollar sign. And then if we come here, okay, so we don't do absolute referencing. Maybe press enter, and then make we drag them down. Suppose work now. Okay, so we don't use absolute referencing to fix the issue. So make we enter our formula to get our branches. So is equal to index then where is our array? This is our array. Our row number, we are using a match function. Match, so we are saying match this lookup value, then comma. So what will be our lookup array? Our lookup array be this, and then our match type, exact match, close the bracket, our comma, then our column number, so branch, so we have 1 2 3, our column number now 3, close bracket, enter. So just okay, but make we now do absolute referencing. Don't forget, if you just press F4 to get to absolute referencing on your keyboard. So for your keyboard, if you just copy the table where you want to do absolute referencing and then press F4. So we press OK. Okay. So now be this. So press OK, and then with it drag them down. So we don't get them. So make we quickly do them again for department. Is equal to index our array, our row number, which is a match function. We are looking up these are lookup value, our lookup array, our match type 0, and then our column number, comma, our column number, which is column 1 2 3 and 4. So 4, close the bracket, absolute referencing, Okay, so if it's drag them down. So now, so if we use our index function and our match function to extract data from a table. So now maybe try something else. Maybe we delete all this new data. So maybe we just enter one formula for here. We go populate all the data where we need, including the name, branch, and department. So we want just one formula. We'll be say when we drag them down or bring them to the side and drag them down, we go fit get the name, branches, and department. So make we quickly try them. Is equal to index our array, then our row number, which is our match function, is 16, which is our lookup value, and we are looking it up here. And then our match type, which is 0, and our column number, which is 2. So close the bracket and enter. Okay, so make we drag them down. Make we drag them here. Okay, so we get them here, we get them here, but like say problem still there here. Okay, so make we just quickly do the absolute referencing. Make we see. So make we press enter. Make you can drag them down. Okay, and then alright, so there's still a problem. So we don't get our name, but our branch and department not there available. So make we see what the problem be. So our table they fixed, which is correct. Then our match function, okay. Our lookup value, this B16 in red, now our lookup value, but it is wrong. Now A16 is supposed to be our lookup value. So if you look at B16, it don't shift. So now because it shift, now why we don't get our branches and our department, now why would they get any? So what if we do now to block this column? We go block this column, so we no go the shift. We go block them. So how if we block them? We go use absolute referencing. So we go block this particular column. Now only this column we go block, we no go block the rows because we won't make it go from A106 to A107, A108 and so on. So we no go block the rows, but we go just block the column. How if we block the column? We go the column where it dey. So we go block for column A. So make we go to our initial formula. Our formula dey here. So make we go block this row. So it no go change. So we just a $sign. So if you use F4, if you press F4 once, it go use absolute reference for A16. So it could be $A$16. So if you press F4 again, we have absolute reference for column A, and if you press them again, we have absolute reference for only row 16. So and now this one we call mixed referencing. So now we don't block column A. Make we enter. Okay. Now make we go pull on. Make we pull on here. Okay. So we still have another error. Make we check where the error is. So our table is correct. Our match function, we still have this. Our lookup array is correct. Our match type is correct. And then our column number. So the problem there with our column number. Our column number they fixed. So this is our column number they fixed at 2. So this is column 1, column 2. Our column 2 contains the name. Now why we get names for here with that? So now we want it to be branch, department. So we'll just quickly do some little editing to this our formula. So now the column number be the issue now. So what we go do, we say we go add, let's say 1, 2, 3, and 4. So signifying the columns. So column 1, column 2, column 3, and column 4. So make we go our formula. So make we come out these two and make we enter a new column number, which is column number 1, column number 2. So if you click this cell, cell B1, so our cell B1 now 2, signifying our column number. So why we use them like this, we say once we don't enter this one for our formula with referencing, it go change. So it go change from B2 to B3 as we use the autofill handler. It go change from B2 to B3 to B4. So now press OK. So make we drag them down. So B1. So make we press OK. So make we drag them. You go see say it go change automatically. Alright. So it bet you lawyer at column 2, which is B1. Then here just the column 3. Column 3 now C1. So you see it don't change relative referencing. And then our trainee with the column 4 in cell D1. So make we use the autofill handler for everything. Okay, so we still get some issue. Make we check what's in the issue be. Our array were correct. We're also correct here. The lookup array 2 is correct. Okay, so our issue still there with the column number. Our column number, if you look up now, it don't change to name. Instead, make it there. Look at the green. Our column number is written in green, and look at this green cell. This cell that is covered in green. So, but we won't make it there here. So we don't want to make this row they touched. We won't block this row. Make they move to the next row, So we could just block this particular row. So if you look at very well, now row 1 be this. So make we go our initial formula, make we go block this row 1. So we don't want to make it enter into row 2. Make we go now our initial formula with this. So we have our column number here. Make we block our row. So to block our row, now row 1, so we put the $sign in front of the row, not in front of the column, in front of the row. So we are not blocking our column. Now our columns with this, we still want to make it a move from B2 to B3 to B4, but we don't want to make it change row from row 1 to row 2. So now why would they block this particular row? So we press enter. Okay, drag down. Okay, now make we use autofill handler. Alright, so now we don't get our data just from one particular formula, and now the formula be this. Now so if we use index functions and match functions to extract data from another table.